Good evening, VPG! Cup final night brought to you by Pro Clubs Weekly. We are 7 minutes behind, of course we are. It's actually our fault for once. So we do apologise, but we're going to get straight into said game. They are in the lobby as of right now. We'll bring you the lineups as they go through said lobby. And for those of you who either were at the LAN event or know about the LAN event, Domino & Co, this is a repeat. I say this is a repeat of that final, which of course Illegal Esports came out on top of. Domino.
Repeat or revenge, 8-Ball. It's repeat or revenge here, I tell you. It was an unbelievable final. We didn't know much about Illegal going into the competition, and I think FAMA was our front runners, and FAMA done what they done, got to the final. Illegal just played an absolute blinder throughout that competition, and incredible scenes when they won 8-Ball. You know the boys at FAMA have been sitting on this one for close to an entire year, waiting for their moment to get this back, and it comes again in a cup final 8-Ball to right those wrongs.
It's going to be an absolute blockbuster, so do stick with us. It is the esports, the VPG Esports Cup Final. 250 big ones to the winner, and again just bragging rights basically, so everything to play for. As we are waiting for these two to get in, I can confirm we are behind the scenes. They are in the lobby. I hope they're not waiting for us because we've given the go ahead. Let me just double check. Yeah, it's not us for once, Domino. It's not us for once. So we can actually talk about the team sheets, which are in front of us now. Edu Martins is the preferred goalkeeper tonight for FAMALICAO, and then just the usual suspects, Domino. Although I did want to flag to you actually, NGK has gone out to that left midfielder and Nuga's gone up front. Nuga just the one goal this season. So I thought that was quite interesting. And on the flip side of that, you've got the likes of Mazzy, Kuba, who have both got 20 plus goals this season. So an interesting one from where we're sat, Domino.
Yeah, absolutely, 8-Ball. A bit of change there. Don't know whether it's tactical or needed, 8-Ball. I don't know, match opposition to opposition, or again rotate the flow and do something different, but it's a cup final 8-Ball. Normally I would always say you try things outside of cup finals as the biggest game.
I agree.
So I imagine these changes are of necessity and not a feeling out process, but who knows, 8-Ball, it's all the behind the scenes stuff, and we'd love to get some information afterwards. But 8-Ball, I like jumping on it this time because there is no long build-up. I can get straight into it, and here we go.
That's it. That's it. Nothing needed from us for a cup final. It is Illegal Esports in the all-black kit, taking on FAMALICAO in their famous white and blue kit. Illegal Esports get us underway, attacking this goal to our left, swinging that ball into the back post. Elite B champions are Illegal Esports this season. Only 4 losses in 37 games for those boys. They do not understand what defeat is like. And a plus 67 goal difference, Domino.
Yeah, 8-Ball, I mean, they were absolute tearaways in their league, and with the team that they've got out there, it's not expected, 8-Ball, because nothing's for granted. You need to go out there and do the work, and they've done that. And they're here on the front foot again. I do think once FAMA find their form, find their pace in the game, 8-Ball, sometimes they're a match. They can play any team off the park. It's just which FAMA turns up tonight. The
good thing about Illegal Esports is they are... Do you know what? They're like chameleons, and here we go. They mix up their weapons so well. That direct football, Troy takes a chance. It's fallen to Kuba. Big block by Juice, and another block by Troy. FAMALICAO showing that they are not only just attacking beasts, but defensive beasts as well. Speaking of attacking beasts, here is Luca, their top goal scorer this season. Sat on a cool 31 goals for the season at that top level. Both of these sides got a lot of firepower, Domino. And we're seeing it with the direct football here. Takes a chance going into that, does Gonzalo. Falls to Polish. Tries to swing in. It's going to go through to the hands of Edu Martins. But a fast start to this game, Domino.
Yeah, and 8-Ball, some of these players, well, again, a fair few of them 8-Ball were playing. So you know how much you do get I'm just going to say it here because you've got Luca April on the edge of the box, and that is, you do not give that man space anywhere in the pitch. Can we see the replay? Oh, Luca, he knows that April. He's picked the gap between the defender, used that as a shield, hurled it round, top corner, April.
What haven't we already said about this man? I mean, he took a bow after he scored, and that's just that man in a nutshell. Stroke of class on the 13th minute. Unlucky for some, it was unlucky for Illegal Esports. They find themselves a goal down, and to be fair, they've been doing a lot of the pressing, a lot of the attacking here, and it just goes to show, Domino, it really just is about class sometimes, and individual class as well. And when you've got Luca up front, and this man up front as well, Kuba, he has restored the equal parity between the sides, and that is an absolute beast of a finish. Fires it home. The keeper didn't even move. Kuba take a bow, broke into the box, flip-flapped it, smashes it home, and just like that, we've got a game on our hands.
April is exactly what us and the viewers want for a cup final. Not necessarily the two teams there, but the two teams, there is no feeling out process. It is hammer and tong at each other, and you can see it here. Fama would not be happy with the amount of joy Illegal are getting on the ball, and they've given it the ball away in dangerous position. Like here, April, they've just been a little bit wasteful. But I tell you what, Illegal Esports deserve to be level in that game.
Yeah.
Magic from Luca, but on the run of play, April, I think Illegal just marked up. Taziak's got the ball. It's gone back to Luca. Shipped to this right-hand side. He's got teammates there, April. Well done by Polish.
Yeah, Polish as well. Down the line it goes. Troy steps in, wins it back for FAMALICAO. End-to-end stuff. These two sides putting on a real barnstormer for the neutrals, who I'm sure most of you are sat in the chat now, pretty much neutral. We both love these two sides. Good attacking, free-flowing sides, and of course we should be seeing Illegal Esports in the VPG Esports Premier next season. Whether that happens, obviously we'll see, won't we? But they will be more than welcomed into that league. About time, a lot of people will be saying.
Yeah, absolutely. It's really good from Fama. They've kind of settled down a little bit more, getting a lot more of the ball, April, and like I said, finding that man Luca with earliest opportunities.
Oh, what a ball from Polish. Slides it through. Here is Mazzy going through 1v1. Oh, he's found a way through Edu Martins. He couldn't stop it. Had too much pace on. There's the flip, and there is the lead. They have turned this game on its head. What a game, and what a ball from Polish. Mazzy does the rest. Edu Martins will be disappointed it managed to get through what would have been a good save from point-blank range, but this, ladies and gentlemen, is competitive 11s clubs at its best. 2-1 to Illegal Esports.
And April, we've seen goals like that happen not too often. I think Fama will be disappointed by the ease, April, in a cup final, that there was one through ball and he had acres in front of him to run in. But to be fair, Illegal do what they do best, April. They exploit space and they exploit the goal, and it's come back here again.
I'll tell you what.
Edu Martinez, I don't know about Edu Martinez. Obviously, he is world-class 8-ball. It feels like after the first goal with the 0 animation and the second one of hitting him and just dribbling in, he's just started losing a little bit of confidence. Not very long until that man gets it back.
Maybe so. But I mean, to be fair, if I'm facing a team that scored as many as Illegal Esports has this season, I would be bricking it as well.
But if you had the hands of Eddie Martinez, 8-1, nothing should face you.
True. Yeah. 10 minutes left of this half. It's absolutely flown by, but luckily there's still over 45 minutes left to play. And Maver, his first touch. I mean, oh my God.
Oh, 8-ball, that is criminal. If I'm his manager, in the chat there, 8-ball, there is some harsh words. There's some profanity.
I mean, I was gonna say, the only time he's touched the ball is to pick the ball out of the back of the net. That's not to say you need to go on a run where there's opposition players in your own box, but that man does whatever he wants, and he's gonna have to try and keep the opposition out, and he can't. It is Lamau. I'm not sure who it's gonna be. Maybe Nuga up front for FAMALICAO, getting that goal, and an equaliser, a second equaliser of the night, gives us Desmond Tutu. What a game this is, and they've saved it for the cup final for us, Domino.
And 8 ball, it's all come from that man Luca again, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Luca running down the wing, shaping to shoot, cutting the ball inside, but the finish 8 ball, you need to do work there, and the finish was expertly timed and
Do you
executed.
know what? It was funny. Last time we had FAMALICAO on, I was talking about not just Luca's goals, but the amount he brings his teammates into play, and then I don't think he made a key pass that game, so I thought I'll keep it to myself this time. And yeah, basically he steps up, and it's what he does, Domino. He is the definition of a complete centre forward. He can do it all, and yeah. I think Illegal Esports will be slightly disappointed to potentially be going in at 2-2 at half time, although they've got other ideas here, and they're getting a lot of joy when they go direct at the moment, and I think that's something that FAMA, that Johnny and Zinni and Nashor and co need to have a look at half
Just on
time.
their way.
Exactly, looking slightly nervy, but it also could be lag, Domino. Every time we've said teams look nervous, we've also not taken into consideration any lag, which is usually the case. But there it is. It's half time and it's 2 apiece. I mean, when you get these two teams on paper and you have a look at their records this season, yes, it makes total sense that both of these sides are free scoring, free flowing. But very rarely do we ever get that in 11s, Domino, that when we call a game that we think is going to be high scoring, it actually is high scoring. So thank you very much, FAMALICAO and Illegal. But talk to me about that first 45 minutes, Domino, because to be honest, I'm almost speechless, because it's one of the best halves of football we've seen all season.
Yeah, we've covered a lot this season with the 1-0 games, the 1-1 games. To get 2-2 in the first half 8 ball is a rarity, but it's a full credit to FAM and Legal. They're not playing this game to the detriment maybe of a cup final. They are going at each other, committing bodies forward, trying to outscore the opposition, and more power to them. I mean, the best strategy, who knows 8 ball, but for us streaming, for the fans watching, all you could do is applaud them.
Yeah, if we had the strategy, we would not be up here, put it that way. We would be managing,
Oh,
winning games. Kuba again, big save from Edu Martins.
Better. He needs that able.
Making moves in that FAMALICAO goal. And making retributions as well. Whilst he wasn't at fault for any of the goals, it's just good for him to get something on that ball. But again, Illegal Esports, Domino, coming out of the traps quickly. The team in all black, a whole division below FAMALICAO, so definitely going into this as underdogs, but the history is with Illegal Esports, and there's almost a bit of a rivalry now between these two sides that I definitely made up in my head. I'm sure the two sides, it's nothing but respect, but in my head, FAMALICAO still feeling a bit hurt from that LAN in July. Headed down, Troy takes it down and controls it and gets rid of it. Well played by him, but Hetman again keeps it coming back for Illegal Esports, and FAMA just boxed in at the moment in their own half, looking to break out now. Good one-touch football. Taziak the highest up for FAMA. Nuga tries to go over the top. Luca makes something of it, and boy does he make something of it. Twists and turns his way through. Maeve has picked it up, and is he going to go on his jollies? No, he's going to slow it down. I mean, he's been phenomenal every time we've seen him this season, and he's, again, a big reason why they're even here in the first place, so hats off to that man.
Yeah, when he was in goal for the 8 ball, the amount of goals, when do we see them, in the quarters?
Yeah, you put me on the spot a bit there, but yeah.
Yeah, in the quarters, he was absolutely incredible 8 ball. Again, we were talking about how he's one of the highest rated players on the team, and he proved it there and then. Yeah,
when you've got players, Kuba 24, Mazzy 23, Ginger Goat 22, and yet he's still the second highest rated in the team, shows you what high standards. And here is Kuba. We spoke about that man, already got a goal to his name tonight, wins it back, gives it to Polish, the ever dangerous Polish. And speaking of our favourite cams, Domino, have you checked the chat? Put you on the spot.
No, I haven't checked the chat. Oh, here we go.
Domino's not got his mask on tonight, but he wears it with him in his heart.
And at bed. My night mask.
Down the line it goes to Nashor, being a bit quiet and looking to change that. Saidu, first clearance to Luca, edge of the box. Here is Nuga, already a goal to his name. Marcelo does well, turns inside his own box, clears it, and Domino, we saw 2 semi-finals in the UK Pro Series last night that were very tentative, and a couple of 1-0ers there. And this second half is almost fallen into what a final really should be played like. It should be tetchy, it should be edgy.
Yeah.
They obviously didn't get the memo in the first half, but this second half is a lot more than what I was expecting. But it makes for a good spectacle because we've almost seen both sides of competitive 11s clubs. Taziak, big block by Nocello, and there it is, it's Zinni from wide midfield. He's fired it home. Don't worry about the stadium, boys. He is doing his best Cole Palmer impression. Fires it past Maver, who will just say it is a world-class goalkeeper. That's how good that finish was. 3-2 to FAMALICAO, and I tell you what, Domino, they've not been ahead since the 13th minute of this tie, and they've got 20 minutes to see it out.
20 minutes, 8 ball. And to be fair, Fama's known for their flair, their style of play, their attacking prowess. Holding on to results is not something I would associate with Fama. They've got to do something.
What an insane ball! That is found it through again. He's done it. Maver's beat for the 4th time. You would have got good money on that. Zinni is coming up. Trumps busts out the same celebration, but that ball from Luca NR1 was sensational, Domino.
8 ball. That was a different tier. Where that ball came from. In pressure moments, I'm gonna have to stop here, 8 ball.
I mean, the referee had his hand up there. I don't know why.
Holding on to a lead is something Fama doesn't do, and I was about to say, 8 ball, they'll need to get another goal because that is their safety net.
Sure you were, Domino.
You know I was, 8 ball. I am the oracle up here. Just listen to me.
Utek, who loves an important goal as well, over on that far side, but Zinni, current match winner, 2 goals from that man from wide midfield, back there doing his defensive duties. And Illegal Esports, to be fair, they're not chucking the kitchen sink, which surprises me, and they still look really dangerous because they've got natural born goal scorers like that man. Edu Martins again turns it round the post. SBBS in the chat, good to see you boys. Thank you very much for stopping by.
There is a lag out here.
No, there's not. Is there? Which side for?
It is for Illegal. It looks like the man playing up top. They've got either the centre half or the centre mid.
Either way, that's not what you want.
Not when Luca, when Luca is on absolute burners.
Oh, he sends a man for a Twix, breaks into the box. Hetman, though, does really well. Sends it down the line to Hutek. They need some magic, and they need it quite sharpish. Yeah, confirmation of that lag out there, Domo. Sad to see. Sad to see. Fama, though, be looking to press this home, but they lose the ball in their own half. Kuba can't make anything of it, and there is the current match winner. I was wondering why he was slowing down. It's because there is a free kick. 7 minutes to go. Can Illegal Esports do the unthinkable? They're going to need 2 goals, and that is not how you go about it. And I'll tell you what, Luca could have played it through, chose not to. Bit of game management finally creeping in.
Yeah, absolutely, Abel, absolutely.
I mean, Zinni's on a hat-trick, mate, so good luck telling that man not to go.
No game management in his repertoire there, Abel. If he was going through on goal, he was screaming for it, and here he goes. Danger man, Luca.
Oh, he's kept it in as well. Beats his man, beats another. Edge of the box was on, but Polish is there. It's not the box he wants to be in, but it's the box he had to be in to win it back for his side. Kuba now looked dangerous throughout. Faber not on the same wavelength. Gonzalo steps in, and Nashor sets Luca on his way once again. What a cracking game that man's had.
It's been, like I said, April, it's been a different tier. You sometimes get people when the bright lights shine. Stars are born, April, and we know this kid's a star from day one. And performances like that just go and cement his legacy, not only in the club scene, but for this Fama team. If there's not already the most legacy submitted by him.
He is the poster boy, and him, to be fair, he's going to have to share it with Zinni tonight, though, because he is the match winner. Whether, I was going to say whether Luca likes it or not. Of course he does. He just wants his team to win, but 4 goals, 2 of which came from Zinni, and 1 from Luca right at the start of the game. Really did set the tone for this cup final, and what a cup final it was. FAMALICAO get retribution for that UK land defeat all those months ago now. They had to wait, but I mean, I'm glad they did wait, Domino, because it just meant we could be here to watch it. And they made them $250 richer as well. And of course they lift the VPG Esports Cup. That is what this is all about.
Yeah, a long old road. Both teams done so well to get there. And obviously, only Esports 8 Ball, only football writes these kind of stories where you've got them competing again for the second time in a final. And hats off to Fama. It was such a hard task, 8 Ball. They went up and they conceded 2 goals. They're in the losing position. To fight back mentally in a cup final just shows what grit those players have out there. None of them gave up on themselves. And as well as in the 8 Ball, I think the cap has to go to Luca for man of the match. With assists, his ball carrying, the danger he gave, like you said, a complete forward performance and an absolute star performance there. Man of the match in my books. What a game.
Yeah. GG's to FAMALICAO, of course, one of our favourite teams to watch, and you just saw why. And commiserations, though, to Illegal Esports. What a cup run, and always welcome back on the channel whenever you want. Absolutely love watching those boys as well.
Absolutely.
They feared nobody, and
no.
Sometimes you get stung by that, and they like you said, Domino, they put on a good spectacle for us, which we appreciate. Thank you very much. Right then, just a small matter of the cup final done and dusted, and now we move on to the purple section of our evening. This is huge. This is huge.
Normally, you just go, well, to be fair, how do you follow that? You've got a cup final, that's going to be the biggest game off the stream. How would you follow that? And then we roll into tonight's game, 8 Ball.
Yeah. I want to carry on talking about the cup final even more because it deserves it. And Luca's in the chat as well, so thanks for swinging by, Luca. Hopefully you heard you taking all the plaudits, you and Zinni and the rest of the Fama boys as well. But of course, Fama are in this title run as well. Regnum, Team GMASK for the win. Fluminese, everyone and their dog wants to win this title, Domino. And to be quite honest, everyone and their dog can win this title, and we'll prove that now by bringing the league table up. So we touched upon it in detail last night. If you were watching last night, you'll understand that anyone down, I'm going to go all the way down to 8th place in Empire. Any one of those boys can win it. I've seen stranger things happen, especially in this league, in this organization. It's what they specialize in. VPG is leagues going to the wire. That being said, I've never seen this many teams still be in the running with, Regnum have got 5 games to go. A lot of the teams have got 6, 7, 8 games left to go. Where are they? Black Sheep have got 12 games to go. So,
but Black Sheep still doing it.
Private joke, don't worry. It just, Regnum tonight have got a chance to really kind of cement their place as front runners. It doesn't help that they've played the most games, because it almost lures you in to a false sense of security looking at the league table, because you look at that and go, all right, 7 points clear of second place. This is a foregone conclusion, right? It's anything but, and it starts tonight, because if Team GMASK can take points off this Regnum side and pick up maximum points in their next 2 games, I guess, because they've got 2 games in hand. It's a different ball game, completely and utterly, and it puts them on equal pegging with goal difference coming into it. So there's so many different things that can happen here. There's so many different teams that can get involved, and we almost need kind of like a Sky Sports style of the run-ins for everyone, and that we will probably do that at some point, because it's the only way we can keep up with what's going on. I mean, I would say go and have a little look at the last 10-15 minutes of the stream, because we did actually go and have a look at all of the schedules, and even then we were still none the wiser. So Fluminense, we said, had as good a run as you're probably going to get in this league. There's no easy games in this league, but there's a lot of teams who've got a lot of red in that form table at the moment. So that's all it's lazy journalism, but that's all we can go by. So Fluminense 100% up there. And the small matter of them beating Team GMASK last night before Team GMASK jumped into our stream, Domino. So we did not know about that at the time. Found out first thing this morning. What a statement that is from Fluminense. So it just goes to show these sides, any of these top 8 sides, Domino, I genuinely think are in with a shout. Whether or not we'll be saying that at the end of tonight, I don't know, but as of right now, 100%.
Yeah, there's a lot of games to play, and if you look at the tables and break them down, really, if you look at, and I'm saying in their hands, if you win all your games, who comes out on top? I think FAMA are the one. If you break down all the games that are currently played and where everyone's at, FAMA statistically, if everyone wins their games or on the same games played at the minute, I think FAMA are a little bit ahead. So, and they're sitting at 5th at the minute with 4 games off BODRUM. But we've said it time and time again, 8-Ball, you'd rather be the team with the points on the board than the team that has to chase the points getting up there, because you know there's banana skins down the way. I do think Regnum have sat on top for all this time. It's got to be some confidence in there. They picked up a great win on the last stream, 8-Ball, and it's the big acid test here. It is the test of GMASK, and I do think this is going to be so significant to the way the league falls at the end of the season.
Yep, couldn't agree more. And even by the end of tonight, even when teams are playing, I don't think anyone's playing more than 2 or 3. I think FAMALICAO are a one and done tonight. Let me just check my notes. Yeah, they've got 1 game tonight and then they're off, and that was the cup final. So they've done their stuff for tonight, but they have
the most games to catch up on.
Exactly. So they're playing a one-off game tomorrow night as well, and then on Thursday they've got GMASK, and then on Monday they've got BODRUM. So don't get me wrong, Domino, they're definitely going to have a say in where the title goes.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's FAMA positive or not, I'm not too sure, but this is why we do it. This is why we stick around, and this is why we get together every Monday, Tuesday, occasional Thursday, and do this, isn't it? Because we get every now and then, once in a blue moon, we get a league table like this where nobody can physically call what on earth is going on, and we absolutely love it.
Oh, mate. And where are we on the kickoff side of things, 8-Ball? Is there any
kickoff side of things? We are waiting on 1 player for Team GMASK. He's just come through now. I won't name and shame, but I can bring up the team sheets as well. So 1 change from that Team GMASK side we watched last night. Pick up that crucial win. It's Raven in for Antien. A pretty standard change. I think Antien stepped in for... Sorry, just double checking where these 2 teams are. Antien just stepping in for Raven for the 1 game, or the 1 night, should I say. And yeah, back to basics it is for Team GMASK. Yasin playing up front with Gyro, and yeah, it's business as usual for Team GMASK. And then on the other side, carry on.
No, I was going to say, 8-Ball, but before we go over to Team Regnum,
Yep.
Just thinking where you'd be here. Obviously, you're GMASK chasing and you're Regnum on the top of the hill. What position would you rather be going into this game? Would you rather be in the GMASK camp or the Regnum camp here?
I think, without double checking, if Regnum win all their games, other than FENERBACHE, who are in like 7th, who are on next, by the way, other than FENERBACHE, I think they can only be caught by goal difference. So, again...
FAMA, isn't it? FAMA's got 4 games.
No, by goal difference. Four games in hand and 12 points behind, I think. So, it's one of those where I'm a bit like, look, Regnum have got to play GMASK. Regnum have got to play FAMA. It's in their hands, effectively. If you're going to win the league, you know, you've got to beat the best. So why not do it and control your own destiny effectively. So I think Regnum will be very happy where they are in the league table for sure. I don't think they've got a problem with that. I don't think they'd swap places with anyone. And again, talking about games in hands, everyone's, other than Fluminese, everyone's got to play everyone. So
they played everyone hard, and they're gonna coast this title, 8-Ball. I guarantee it.
hey, they're one of 8 teams. I mean, even my boys Digital are up in there. I told them not to get involved, with this. You don't need to. Top 8 finish is fantastic for you boys. So don't break my heart any more than it's already been broken in previous seasons. Come on. But yeah, it's impossible to call. It's impossible to think of all the possible outcomes and hypotheticals. It's just, yeah, it's a real difficult call. I don't even, if I could just cherry pick one side to play for the last 5, 6, 7, 8 games. One, I don't know who I would punish like that. But two, I genuinely don't know where I would like to be in that league table, because there's just so many different things that can go wrong for everyone, and so many things that can go right for everyone as well. But we'll see. Next Monday is when that finishes, so do make sure you tune in on Monday. We've also got the UK Pro Series final as well, and yeah, that will be the end of season 13. So make sure you stick around for tonight and Monday night, and that will be us. I think we've got half a month off, maybe 3-4 weeks. Domino, we're allowed to go rest and recuperate before we do it all again.
I know, 8-Ball. We put in our holiday request nice and early, so it's great. It's been granted. So thanks, Mr. Delosa, and then yeah, we're all back again. But 8-Ball, we're gonna go off topic. Have you just seen the chat?
Erden Siliga's in there, of course.
I'm gonna tell you a personal story.
Cool.
I still wear that Alte top literally all the time, 8-Ball.
He actually does.
So comfy.
He actually
it's
does.
one of my favourite tops. And I, obviously, you can see by the fade, I clearly go to the Turkish barber. Clearly. So I had the top on, I thought, I'll go in for a quick trim. And they were all looking at me quite weirdly, and I was like, I don't understand what's happening here. Okay, my trim's gone a little bit poor, but it's 2 weeks since I've been to the barbers. And they were like, do you sport Alte? I was like, no, why? And then I realised I had the Alte top on. The amount of love I got at that Turkish barbers, it was incredible, genuinely. So I appreciate that, sir. I appreciate the top, and hopefully the new kit we will get at Sheffield, 8-Ball. I'm buzzing for it. It's the only reason I'm going.
Dom will do anything for a free haircut, and I truly mean that in every sense of the word.
You ain't wrong, 8-Ball. You ain't wrong.
Yeah. After watershed stories aside, let's talk about this Regnum team before we do get into this game, because we saw them last night, Domino. They're just a very, very good side, and I think, I've had some time to really think about the game we watched last night, and obviously the league table and how things are possibly going to play out. The thing I love about this Regnum side is, yes, they 90% of the time they do keep that same starting 11. But my God, they can all play everywhere. And I think they all have played basically everywhere. Other than Festic, of course, who you build a team around. Everyone has basically played in every one of those front 5 positions. And I love it. I've got a lot of time for that, Dom. It tells me that they've got 11 world-class players in that side.
And I think, again, there's 2 things. Now, if BODRUM do win the title, which is looking likely, let's say they're in pole position, you've got the 2 sides of GMASK and the side of BODRUM. The GMASK side was consistency with the same names available every single week, and all the same names were incredible. Where BODRUM, you've got a team, not that GMASK isn't, a team full of ballers that can chop and change positions and still contribute to the team. Joan Lukaku, if you put him at centre-back, can he do a job? Absolutely. If you put him up top, can he do a job? Absolutely. But for each of the BODRUM players to have a core first position and an unbelievable second position, I think that might be a philosophy that they recruit by 8-Ball.
I agree. And we saw it work to an absolute T last season, because Team GMASK won it with 12 players effectively, and they had the same 11 for week in, week out, almost 4 or 5 weeks in a row, which we've never seen before. People's lives get in the way. It's just how it works. But Team GMASK, they were so committed to the cause, they were so committed to getting that league title that they all stuck around, and they got their just rewards for it. Whether or not they can do it a second time in a row, hey, leads to be seen, because if they do back-to-back in this top league, I think they cement themselves in history as one of the best sides in this competition that we've ever seen.
Ever formed, yeah. Yeah, ever formed. Best side ever formed. If you go back-to-back, Jordan 96, 97, you're gonna have to be up there with the all-time great teams that have ever graced pro clubs and what we call, because it is an unbelievable achievement. Now, it's very, very hard to do as per this season 8 ball, because again, rising tide lifts all boats. GMASK, they didn't walk the lead 8 ball, but they made it look fairly easy, should I say. Yeah. Where this, you can see where they are. Every single team is strengthened, got onto why GMASK strengths are either imitated or been able to counter them in their games. Their area of invincibility went, and we have got a very, very competitive league, as we will next season 8 ball, I'm sure of it. But yeah, massive game here.
Yeah, and it is a late starter. I think it's because we kicked off so early in that cup game, which we didn't actually realize it was an early kickoff, hence why it was a bit frantic at that time. But I genuinely think the game, that cup final, it went so well because we didn't have time to big everyone up. You know, when we sat here for 10-15 minutes beforehand, bigging sides up, telling everyone how great these players are, and then they turn up and they don't have a great game. I genuinely think it's just the bright lights, big stage, Domino.
Yeah, we would have spent easily 5 minutes on Luca alone, and then he would have gone missing for that game. But obviously, said zero words out of 8 ball, and he was probably that. We always see Luca. We always comment how great Luca is. I don't think I've seen a performance from him like that in any game, regardless of the magnitude of it being a cup final 8 ball. I'm still quite blown away with how he played and how he just dragged his team forward, scruff of the neck style, 2-1 down 8 ball, and got them back into it with some unbelievable play. Everything good came from him. So still on that 8 ball. Still that's rolling if you're on mine still.
More of the same. I mean, that's what I was going to say, Domino's. You know, we've been forced to spend 15-20 minutes on this screen now talking about how great these two sides are and how amazing they're going to be. It's got 0-0 written all over, hasn't it?
Oh, 8 ball, it's got 0-0 and 3 lag outs, and we're going to have 2 disconnections. So, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, we've waited long enough. The two teams are just having a quick chat now. One min hermano, which I do believe means nice haircut. So we should be getting into this no problem. Sorry, I was reading no problem in no time whatsoever. But a few points I think I'd like to make about this Regnum side before we do jump in is Romaninho again proving me wrong, playing in CDM last night, a bit like Maver in the last game, Domino, who went walkabouts a few times and lost the ball in areas he shouldn't, but played really well. That was exactly what Romaninho did last night. And I just think when you've got Festic alongside kind of babysitting him, it just helped Regnum so much last night. Him and Swansea had a very, very good game as well.
Yeah, Swansea was fantastic, and that's both defensively and offensively.
Yeah,
he was fantastic. But I think Festic, it is that glue of the midfield, and you always get them in any team, the Rodris, the Patrick Vieiras, the Keys, where you've got someone that's the base. You know where they're going to be at all times. It's almost instinctive. If you pick up the ball and you're in trouble, you can find that person. And also defensively, you know what they're going to do. You know what space they're going to cover. And it allows you to play off them and play with them. And I think having a person like that next to Festic 8 ball just gives them license to be a bit more creative and cheat a little bit more to try and push the lines. Because, you know, Festic does have that discipline. He's not going to go wandering. He's not going to go walkabout. He's going to be there when you need him. Like I said, constant 8 out of 10 will never drop anything below.
Yeah, a stroke of masterclass from Holger, the gaffer, and it's reaping benefits at the moment. They are top of the league, of course. We'll have one little look at the league table before we finally jump in. I mean, I think they're getting ready to send it now, which is fantastic news. 7 points clear with just 5 games of Regnum season remaining. Of course, the chasing pack all have more games to play. I think they've played the most games in the whole league, Domino. Just having a quick little look through. We'll get rid of that. we'll get rid of this, and confirmation that both of these sides, top of the table clash is first plays third. You don't even need me. I don't need to big it up any more than it needs bigging up, because it is what it is. Two of the best sides in the league, in the world, doing battle because they both want to win this massive league.
And 8ball, I tell you what, we're on the screen there, and the people can see at home. Fantastic work with the kits. I thought they were going to stitch us up there. In my opinion, I thought we were going to stitch up. Great work on the kits. So fair play.
They knew we'd complain about it, and no one wants to listen to that for 90 virtual minutes. So they did good. They did good.
So I'm really excited. I'm really happy that the last game didn't go into penalties, so we didn't have to hear 8ball speak.
To be fair, we could have done with pens because we've literally just waited like 25 minutes for this game. But if we're gonna wait, I think that might be our longest wait of the season as well. But if we're gonna wait for any game, it might as well be this one.
Yeah, I don't disagree, 8ball. And to be fair, let's go more of the same. Let's bring that FAMA illegal energy into this 8ball and go gung-ho. I mean, that's not going to happen, but no, we can always hope, 8ball.
Here we go then. It is Team GMASK in the reddish burgundy kit from left to right, and league leaders Regnum in the all-white from right to left. Here we go then. 8 points separating these two sides. Games in hands, lots of mental maths going on. I'm probably going to step away from the mental maths side of things and just enjoy this game. Edge of the box, Warren SG gives it to Stocks, big block early doors. Romaninho stops the clearance, so it comes out to tuck on this near side for Regnum. Turning the screws early doors. Polga gets one on the Achilles, looked like it hurt, but carries on. Romaninho not on the same wavelength, gives it back to Team GMASK, the reigning champions. Team GMASK, formidable last season, having to go the rest of this season, Domino, without Rayo. Massive loss to this side.
Huge, absolutely huge. And we talk about it nearly every time GMASK play, but
you have to. Oh, here we go. Back six is free. It's Swanee. Massive save from Wakabashai. What a huge save. Guessed the right way. Palmed it out of the box. That's how much venom that strike had on it. But Romaninho, Domino, playing CDM, pops up. They're leaving the game. He's had enough. They cannot get it past. They cannot get it past Wakabashai's hacks. They're calling hacks.
Yeah, I was about to say, someone's called a hack there because they were like, how is he transported and saved that in the top corner?
Let me go and find out.
I agree with them.
Let me go and find out. Well, come on then, what's the issue? Yeah, they don't know what's gone on. We will get a game on, guys. Don't worry, we will get a game on. Yeah, Polga's querying it. Juan Lukaku's put my players.
Obviously. I mean...
are idiots. Yeah, that's it. I mean, fantastic save from Waka. Regnum definitely started the better of the two sides, so I think there'll be
it would be really questionable if that happened
and it went in
after the goal went in. Yeah,
I don't think you can back out after a goal, mate.
But Juan Lukaku just said his players are idiots.
True, and to be fair, there was it these two sides that had the drama llama last time?
Oh my, well, it might have been. I'm going to have to check notes. I'm going to have to check notes because that is a really good shout. That is a very, very... I'm going to have to check notes.
Okay. I've got some breaking news. Polga's asked for the corner at the start of the game and Juan Lukaku has agreed to it.
Why would they back out though?
I don't know. That's the information I've got. Players are idiots. I mean, it's pro clubs, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, a lot of players do fall into that category. Of course they do, but at this level, Domino, at this level, we expected better, huh?
No, the last time Regnum played GMASK, one of the first times they played GMASK last season, we have it down here. GMASK picked up a 2-0 win. Our last game on week match day 2 of last season.
Wow.
But there was a game, 8 Ball. There was a game, and there was one scuffle.
There was, and it was two really good sides as well. I think one of them was Team GMASK. We'll put it.
I have a Dregs and Saf game crossed out, lol.
It wasn't that one.
It definitely wasn't that one.
Right.
Oh, 8 Ball. 8 Ball, got it.
Got it.
It was Regnum.
Yeah.
Versus Fluminese.
No.
So you got one of the teams correct.
No, you're wrong. You're wrong. It was not.
I haven't switched it.
It was not that one.
Are you sure?
Yeah, positive.
That's the only one I've got randomly crossed out and put lol next to it. So
maybe it was a 0-0. We just rather forget about it. Right, as you can see on the screen, we are getting back into this game. They're choosing the same kits just to help our eyes. I am gonna message Fener. We've got Fener and Fluminese after this, which the games just keep coming. If you're still with us, thank you, because this has been it's been quite full on. Let me make sure I tag both. Right. This time, because I think if this fails, it ain't happening, is it?
No. And 8 Ball, are they going to concede the corner at the start?
Well, this is what I want to see, because they said they would. I have no reason to believe that they wouldn't. So here we go. Let's find out. It certainly looks that way. It certainly looks that way. Here we go then.
This is fantastic.
Brilliant.
Brilliant. This is better than a goal. Okay, we're back in 8 Ball.
Like nothing happened. Here we go. Team GMASK again in the red. Same sides, just to not confuse anyone. Left to right. And it is BODRUM. Taking the corner early doors. Don't beat the first man. Warren SG gets a second chance. Swings it in. Back post. Headed down. Kuto can't clear it. That was 100% a foul.
Oh
but Wakamshai is at it again. Cancel everyone. Back
I
out.
was about to say back out. Back out.
Warren SG. That was point blank range, Domino. Wakamshai, one of the best in the business. Proving it again in this first 4 minutes and then the other first 4 minutes as well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. That guy doesn't discriminate halves, 8 Ball. He'll pull out worldies whenever he wants to pull out worldies.
He said bring on the corners. It was his idea to actually start from the corner.
And I think every game should start from the corner, so fair play to him.
Guillem down the line to Ladis Jr. Twists and turns as we're so used to seeing him doing now. Gets the better of Festic by playing it off him. That's a good tactic to beat that man. Kuto, nice ball down the line to his gaffer, Christitos. Wembayama, Team GMASK are cooking right now after early pressure. Ladis Jr. looking for the back post, looking for his gaffer. Chris Boris just makes it and stops it going out for what would have been a corner. I think that was a bit closer than he expected. One player up in white, which means it ends up back with the reigning champions, Team GMASK. Diagonal Swansea is there as the man who had that shot in that first half in the last game.
Yeah, what a save that was.
Yeah, both of those saves. He should be able to put that on his stats as well, because that's not fair.
That's not fair.
Romaninho, it was him who had that knockdown as well, Domino. It's something, just a roaming CDM. Here he goes again, threatening to get up. When they play an attacking player in CDM, that is what you get. He's got that license. It's a stroke of genius when it works, Domino.
Yeah, well, when it comes off, you can obviously build the team around how fluid the motion is, like going up front. But when it doesn't, obviously, us, the critics, 8 Ball, will say, well, that makes no sense. Obviously, he's not a defensive player and you lost 4-0.
It's what we do best, Domino. We criticise, we don't
No one can win. No one's safe.
We can't
Other
do
than
it.
Wakamshai.
We can't do it, so we criticise.
Yeah. That's how life works, 8 Ball. Everyone needs to get over it.
20 minutes in, goalless so far, top of the table clash. It's usually what we expect from these types of games, Domino, just two world-class 11s cancelling each other out, and that is effectively Wakamshai's side, of course, effectively what is happening here. Stops. Dispossessed by Ladis Jr., penned back in his own half. sets Wembayama on his way, 2v2 with men coming into that back post. Finds Christitos, who finds Yasin again. He's got insane form of scoring on stream, Domino. 3 and 3 for that man. Looking to make it 4 and 4. He's only got 7 goals this season so far. 3 of them been on stream. Talk to me.
Yeah, exactly. Big game player, boy. He knows when on stream he performs. But phenomenal there again, April. We saw him yesterday. What a performance he had, and that was a goal-saving tackle in my opinion, April.
Yeah, because the striker turned the right way as well, which would have sent me for a Twix.
Yeah, and he just covers the ground so well, April. Effortlessly glides it. But GMASK here in a dangerous position there. Great tackle again.
Yeah, this one did well. Down the line it goes. Good one-touch football. Here we go. White shirts pouring forward. It is Polga, the skipper for this Regnum side. Top of the league, Regnum. Gets to the byline, cuts back. Edge of the box is on. Hillem is there. Raven will clear. 15 minutes to go till half-time. Goalless. I think it's too early to say now, Domino, but I genuinely think it might be a stroke of genius that separates these two sides. We saw it in the first game with Luca being that genius.
Yeah.
These two sides have got plenty of geniuses. Clearly, I'm not one.
Great block there, my phenomenal. And April, people, the casuals, when they jump in, they would. Oh, obviously, I'm just gonna hold it there. I mean that's.
Yeah, I know what point you're gonna say, and that did not help your point.
No, it did not help my point, April. But the football's slow because you've got to shift the ball around left to right. You've got to want the teams come onto you to play through them or go over the top. To get a team out of their shape is really difficult because how GMASK and BODRUM play, their shape is everything for them, defensively and offensively. So you've got to manoeuvre it around, you've got to make someone commit and then create the space inside that pitch or make the pitch look a lot wider. Hence why you get a lot of this football, April, making it's a mini chess match, making sure one place is out, opens up that space, you've picked up the triangle, and there you are. And this is what both teams do. But when it gets there, the defensive work, when it comes into midfield, is very, very hard. You don't get a lot of gaps. You don't get a lot of opportunities, April, and we've seen it through this league time and time again.
Yeah, sides at this level are just so well drilled, and when spaces do appear, I can imagine in the group chat there is a full-on Stewart's inquiry as to why that space opened up. Ladis Jr. does fantastically there because Took was finding that man in space with his head. But you're spot on. It is chess matches, and very rarely are players at this level out of position for the opposition to create anything anyway. So we enjoy it nonetheless, Domino. It's exactly what we were expecting, I think.
Yeah, you've just got to, sometimes you've got to break it down to people so they know what they're watching, April, and that's what we're here to do for you fans. That's what we're here to do. Thank me later.
They're not here to see us, Domino.
No one's here to see us, April. I'm not even here to see us.
I've not even got your camera up. Romanino gives it to Festic. Warren SG, good turn, loses his man. Advantage is there if he wants it because it's 46 minutes in, so it's got to go in. And Wagabashai says, I'll have that, thank you very much. And that ends it nicely for some halftime analysis from Pro Clubs Weekly. So let's get to it, Domino. Who would be happier with a draw, first and foremost?
Regnum. I think Regnum here, obviously, they've got the points on the board. It's going to be points dropped April, but the GMASK you're looking at in the season, be like, right, what games are we happy? Away to GMASK, anytime. If you get a point, you're okay with it. If you get a win, you're buzzing. No one is going to take a loss anyway when you're especially in those high positions. So I think BODRUM would be more happy. However, GMASK do need to maintain these points. They do need to take points from the people above them. They're going to be less disappointed with the draw, and that's my opinion.
No, I think I agree with that, Domino. It's not very often I say that, actually, but I think enough is happening in the rest of the league for BODRUM to be comfortable with a draw here. Yeah. I think, GMASK have got to play FAMA. So again, that's going to be a tough game. we had a look at some of the fixtures. There's banana skins all over the shop in this league. So I think a draw here. I think either side, if I'm totally honest, I think GMASK will back themselves to get a lot of points in these last 7-8 games.
Yeah.
And I think BODRUM will just put it down to fate, if I'm totally honest. That being said, obviously neither side wants to draw this game, but unless we get a breakthrough, unless we get some magic, it's gonna end that way. And so far, defenses are on top, goalkeepers are on top. And to be fair, I'm saying goalkeepers are on top, there's actually not been that much goal mouth action, so...
No. Other than
to be fair, we can have Chris Aboris and Wackham Shy up here with us.
Yeah, it's very midfield heavy 8-ball, and it's a full credit to both teams, because both teams are shutting down what the other's trying to do here 8-ball, and it'll come down to a bit of magic. Now, we've seen BODRUM a fair bit on this channel. I think we've covered them more this season than GMASK, if I'm right in saying. And what I've noticed for their play 8-ball is they have got that ability to find a goal or find a win when it's looking very, very unlikely or not going their way. I think they stick nicely in a shape, and all of a sudden they can just flick that switch, like I said.
And who does that sound like from last season, Domino?
Exactly, yeah. I mean, carbon copies 8-ball. Copy, repeat the formula, because obviously it's a proven one. And it's phenomenal. Gliding across the pitch 8-ball. I need to do his running style.
So to win this league, Domino, all you're saying is you just need to beat the opposition time and time again. That's as easy as it is, really. Yeah,
all you've got to do is beat the other teams to get 3 points, and the most points wins. That's basically what I'm saying to you. Do you want me to break it down even simpler? Right?
I was going to say, Domino, I reckon we should put a team in next season, because that sounds super easy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't know the maths in it, though. We're going to have to break down that.
I would never make you do any maths, don't worry. Wembyama on the overlap is Lattice Jr. Breaks into the box. Back sticks it goes. 3 white shirts waiting for it. A bit telegraphed, perhaps. Wembyama finds Lattice Jr. again. Cuts back. I don't say that very often, but I think that was the wrong choice for me.
Don't say anything about Lattice Jr. Keep his name out your goddamn mouth.
Team GMASK knocking at the door here, though. The 3rd time in a row. Swansea this time on the far side. João Lukaku, though, wins it high up. Wembyama wants it in the middle. It's going to fall to Krasitos. Yasin, heavy touch, takes it out to Raven, to Lattice Jr. Back post it goes. Bart's there again. Big time player, that man. Raven recycles. Lots and lots of pressure at the moment for Team GMASK, banging on BODRUM's box. They're not getting anything out of it so far. 20 virtual minutes left. Is there going to be a breakthrough? Is there going to be a winner? Who is going to be celebrating going into the 2nd and final game of the night for both of these sides? And then Thursday and Monday, and that is your lot, boys and girls. That is season 13 over. Oh, they've won it high up. He's found his way through, and Phenomenal is there from a very, very unrealistic angle. He won it, though, so that's all that matters. Bart's there again for his 18th header in the last 10 minutes. Raven, back post, and here comes Chris Aboris. Picks it up, goes long early doors, but it's going to come straight back at them.
Able. They're pulling them in. They are pulling them in. The pressure is mounting, Able, and that press is very high up. There's a bit between their team now.
Team GMASK corner. We love a Team GMASK corner. They are dangerous. Just the 3 players in the box, but that's all they need. Headed in from Guillem. Took with the header this time. Stops, completes the clearance. Finds the gaffer who cannot find a striker. And here we go. Back to what we've been used to for the last 10-15 minutes. Wembyama swings it in. Romaninho there this time. Polga takes it down. Can he get a bit of a better ball over the top? No, he can't. It's cut out nicely from the cameraman, Valdi. Warren SG wins it, then gives it straight back. Here is the gaffer for Team GMASK, the champions. Kristitos. Chris Rendell. João Lukaku beats 1, beats 2. Goalkeeper's not... That's why he left it. He left it on purpose, Domino.
I mean, I saw João Lukaku go down there, and for a minute there, kind of held my breath.
I mean, we said it's going to be a stroke of genius or class. It could also be a ghost penalty because this is EA, ladies and gentlemen. Anything goes. Wembayama into the box. Good feet from him. Cuts back, but to Reddit, very good defending from him. A wide midfielder. They have to be able to do it all. And usually at this standard, they do it all, Domino.
Yeah, able. And I think this is what Bodrum need now, just to quell some of that pressure, because it was coming there, April. It was mounting. GMASK were threatening, and I think just getting them back into the shape here. And can Bodrum do what they've done time and time again this season and find that magic goal out of nowhere?
I mean, I think they'll be celebrating it as if they've won the league if they can find a goal here. Yes, they've got 4 games to go. Yes, they've got FAMA to go, but a win here for Bodrum would be absolutely massive. The chasing pack will be... I'm not even sure they'll be cheering GMASK on, Dominic. I think they'll want a draw here, so maybe we've just got a load of neutrals right now praying for a 0-0 draw, which is why it's happening. If that's you, shame on you. You've ruined this game for me. Unless this is flicked on into the path of a striker. It's not, and there it is. Game, set, and match at 0-0. It was a touchy affair. It was a sketchy affair. It was a top-of-the-table clash where nobody wanted to blink first. And my eyes are dry because nobody blinked in that 90 minutes.
No, April. It was a hard one there, April, for both teams. Just defensive one there. The defensive one, the shapes one. The attackers couldn't break down what the opposition had for them. Honours even, and I think that's a fair result, if I'm honest.
Nope, I agree. I think we said at half-time would both of these sides be okay with a draw. We kind of agreed that they would be, and it's basically... We should have stopped it after that Wakabashai save, mate.
That was it. That's when it peaked. That's where it peaked.
We could have called it there. We could have gone and had a drink, came back, had a bit of a rest. But no, I honours even between two world-class sides. I think the rest of the league table will be rejoicing that one. So yeah, we'll just put it down to that, and we'll move on to the third and final game of the night. Again, two teams that are in that running for the league title. And to be fair, it's two completely different stories because it is... I had lots of buttons to press there. It is FENERBACHE, who are 7th. They are 15 points. This before a game was kicked, ball was kicked tonight. 15 points behind BODRUM, with 4 games in hand. So again, hypothetically, you win those 4, you're just 3 points behind. Whereas FLUMINESES are literally 1 place behind, but have played the same, well, 1 game less, but are 7 points behind. So again, it's all hypotheticals at this stage because games in hand mean absolutely nothing in this league because there's so many difficult games to play. It is just a case of FENERBACHE for sure. Win, win, win. Just put the pressure on, keep winning. And FLUMINESES as well. I mean, they're there. They're the team that have got the points in the bag, and a lot of people would trade places with them and exchange games in hand for points. So I think it's an interesting one, Dom. I'm not sure which of these two sides I'd rather be at this point.
No, it's hard because obviously we always say points on the board, but FENERBACHE have a lot of games to play and they're only 15 points at the start of the night away from the title runners. 15 points with 12 available if they've got their games in hand. So again, we're always doing this mental maths on the spot, 8 ball. We just don't know. Just give us some goals, that's all I'm saying.
All we want is goals. After that game we just watched, I think we do deserve it. And obviously we had to wait a long time for that second game of the night. So the third game of the night comes around super quickly. And for your viewing pleasure, it is FENERBACHE taking on FLUMINESES. Is 7th place, plays 2nd place. Both of these sides still can win this league title. And I think that's special. It's a special league that does those types of things, and we are here for it.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we're going to get kicked off here with Fluminense in the black kit from right to left, and Big Fenner in their patented white kit from left to right, 8 ball. I don't know how we're going to shape up here, or who's going to be the aggressor. It's going to be a really interesting first 15 minutes.
Fluminense are a side that like to keep the ball and are very, very good at keeping the ball on the deck, carpet football. They've got ballers for days. Fener, it depends which Fener turns up, to be fair, but this Fener with LR Season on the wing with Epan and Warren Beast up top, it's a dangerous Fenerbahce side. It doesn't matter who the rest of the team are behind it. With those 3 up front, we've seen it against Team GMASK previously. On their day, if those 3 are firing, they can beat anyone.
Yeah, absolutely able. They're up there with world-class operators, especially in and around this sport. Weirdly enough, he might have changed positions, but I saw Epan at centre-back. I don't know if that's still
there he is.
No, don't worry about it.
Gives
Do not worry.
Su Capone, LR Season. Does manage to get it out to Luke. Good to see him back, playing full-back tonight. Heads it down to Warren B. Screen time, there it falls to Epan. He is the danger man for this side, no matter how many world-class players they bring in. He will always be the danger man, and an absolute fox in the box. Falls to him like a tractor beam, Domino, and he slots it away. 1-0 to Fener.
Now what do we say time and time again? And it's just with the game that we just covered. Take a shot.
Take a shot.
Doesn't matter where you are on the pitch, as long as you've got the goal in sight, hit it. Anything can happen. Rebounds are dangerous. Warren Beast there, 8 ball, taking the shot, knowing something can happen, and it's fallen to him. He's there again.
There he goes again. He's going to fall back to him 2 or 3 times.
Just take the shot.
I like it.
Take the shots.
Clearly he watches.
3 green times though, 8 ball.
Clearly he watches the channel.
Yeah.
If he gets a penalty, it's going down the middle.
But hit it first.
Here is Montoya though, looking for a way back into this game for Fluminense. Bernas gets rejected at the door. Yeah, to be fair to him, he did try. Here are the Beast Brothers though, combining well, and MXBK will go long. This seems to be a game plan, Domino. That long ball to this right flank, and it works. It just works. I can't put my finger on why it works so much, but it just works. And I mean, LR Season looks like he's got a tall build on as well. Aerial plus would not go amiss. And then you've got who's on this side, Riot as well. So 2 tall players. That's why it works. That's a great question. Here we go. Back sticks. Charisma's there. Clears it to LR Season in this lanky build. Waiting for the overlap. Won't use it. Decoy. Now he gets it. Riot cuts inside. Good football from Fener. Good value for the lead so far, he says, as they give the ball away. But Tico and Co try and win it back. Fluminense on the decks where they like to play it. Pamela. Thought he might play in Bula Bula on that far side, but they do get it back. Bernas, edge of the box, gives it to Montoya. Big block, big block.
Anyone will do that, anyone would do. Well done by, I mean, to be fair, we always like a good response, a solid response, and obviously Fluminense going to goal down 8 ball, this is the response you would want from your team.
Yeah, because I think if Fener get a second here, that when they get their tails up, they are a very dangerous side. When they get free flowing, they're a side that even against second place Domino could put 4 or 5 past you if you're not careful. So Fluminense just need to make sure they hang on in there. Riot from fullback, and tell you what, meant with the big save there, because that took a deflection on the way through. Good reactions from that man, but I don't think Fluminense have had a bad start, Domino. They're just not up to their usual high standards. This isn't. There it is, Domino! Bang on cue. Canella puts it away. That's their usual high standard, boys and girls. That is why they are second place in the league table, and that is them drawing level against a very good Fenerbahce side. What a piece it is.
And I can confirm to you, if Fluminense score goals, they're only pretty goals. That's it. That's the only goals they're allowed to score. It's fact, April.
We don't mind it. We do not mind any goal, to be fair. After the second game, Domino, any goal would have been fine. But yeah, they are spoiling us right now. Epan to Warren Beast gets a shot. Oh, there it is. They're spoiling us. We've got another 14 coming up.
And to be fair, April, I have not seen him miss a green time shot. I think 4 have been blocked on the bounce table, but when one gets free, it always hits the back of the net. And
greedy boy.
The leg was hung there.
He did, yeah. He dangled that bad boy out. He went fishing, didn't catch any. Well, to be fair, they got the net, but stop it. Epan down the line he goes. He can do it all. He really can. Sends a man for a hot dog. Wins a free kick for his side. Yeah, why not? I mean, it drags 2 players out to go and stand in that stupid wall. So fair play. Take the free kick from there.
I think when you got all 11, you should actually manually put your players on the wall. That'd be fantastic.
The cross shot.
Oh my
Riot does his best shot cross impression straight back.
The weirdest 1-2 I've ever seen, April, but I'm here for it.
That cross had venom on it. I really like that. I mean, EA did not help them with any form of animation going into it, but in real life football, it's a good ball across and a really good idea.
Yeah, absolutely fine. So they should have more men on the wall.
Over the top it goes. Manas Johnny's having a fantastic game so far. Does manage to get it in. No one on the end of it. LR Season there with his lanky build. Capone down the line to Epan. Uses them a decoy. Man steps out. Men over on this far side. Luke 44 inches wide. That man knows where the goal is as well, and he's such a threat. He is an attacking player, but when you play him in fullback, he can do it all. He really can. And yeah,
that animation drew me, April. It was an instep into the ball and just toe-punted it.
Yeah, it was a really strange one. But if that had gone in, Domino would been singing his praises. We'd be talking about how great that animation was.
No, I mean, I still think it's good animation.
Yeah,
it's not bad animation.
Well, it didn't go in, so I don't care. If I'm the gaffer, I'm like, no. I don't care how it goes. It's put it in. But that's Johnny. Stabs it into the box. MXBK clears, as does Warren Beast, and there it is. Half-time, Domino. What a half of pro clubs that was.
Yeah, April. I didn't even know the score.
2-1 to Fener.
And April. It's hard going in and say who deserved that more than anyone else. I think Fener did have the more clear-cut chances, where Fluma had the more contained pressure in that game. Fluminense is just seeing what they can do when they get the ball and it's on the deck and they've got space to exploit. Fenerbahce have got a lapse of concentration in them, and it was punished with that goal, but they've also got that man Epan, and they've got a lot of fire up top with Warren Beast. It's going to be hard to call in the second half to see where we go from here.
More of the same, please, because Fener are very much just that front three, leave them up. We saw Black Sheep do it as well. When you get a front three like that, you kind of almost just build the rest of the team around it. And you're almost playing kind of 2 teams. It's Team A and Team B. Team A, just that front three, go and get some goals. And the rest of us will just try and make sure we concede as little goals as possible. And that's effectively what Fenerbahce have done today and have done previously. And I have no idea what that was. That might be the worst kickoff we've ever seen. And that's Fener. That's Fener in a nutshell, ladies and gentlemen. The best and the worst.
Yeah. The routine was an odd one, but fair play to them.
Yeah, why not? Here we go then. Fluminense with it all to do. 2-1 down. Bula beats his man twice. Slides it through to Manas Johnny, who, by the way, is having a fantastic game in camp for Fluminense. A very, very good player. Their skipper, actually, Domino.
Yeah, you learn something new every day's a school day.
It is for you. You didn't go to school. Backsticks is definitely on, and Berisha plucked that out of the air because he was there with the green hair. He was there, and he was going to
360 no scope.
Berisha, take a bow. Again, it's another player who's had very little to do, but when you need him, there he is, and he's worth his weight in gold.
pirouetted around that 8 ball. I don't understand how he did it. He did a full 360 and caught it. It's like he made a point.
Nobody understands. It's provocative. Evan loses out and it goes long. Nothing given. I thought it might have been pulled back, but Capone makes sure Fenner win it back. Here we go then. 3v1, 2v1. He's going to square it. He does square it to the goal scorer. He gets taken out as well, and there it is, a penalty, Domino.
Oh, you'd be fuming. 8 ball, if you were the keeper, you'd be fuming. It was an unbelievable save. Didn't need it. Made.
Frag taking this penalty would be interesting because he's the CDM. There it is. It's Canella. Here we go, down the middle. Oh, he's got the right way. Berisha makes it 2 from 2 in literally 30 virtual seconds. Wow, massive, massive turn in this game.
Yourself a hero, 8 ball. Wow.
Told you he's worth his weight in gold, Domino. MXBK does well. Yeah, what's more expensive than gold? I wouldn't know. I can't even afford it.
I was going to say the spice, and it's definitely not cinnamon, but that was the only spice I had in my head.
Oh, here we go! Oh, his best Thierry Henry impression, Domino. I love that. Love that. They'll take that. They don't mind that. They'll take that because they swept up nicely from what could have been a brutal counter-attack from Fenerbahce, but a stark reminder that Fluminense are not out of this game, no matter how much they try and throw away. But Berisha's got other ideas, Domino.
Yeah, I mean, a big penalty save. 8 ball. I can't imagine. I can't remember the last penalty save we saw on stream that wasn't in a cup game. That wasn't in a penalty shootout. That's one of the, I think, one of the first open play penalty saves we have on this channel.
If we had any staff, Domino, I'd ask them to look into that one and do the digging, but we don't.
I mean, you can put it on the pub quiz. There will be one at the end of the year.
At the LAN. It's just all questions about Programs Weekly that no one cares about.
No one asked for. Nope, but they're going to get it.
When is 8 Ball's birthday? Here is Canella looking to make amends. The power shot is blocked. They will get a corner for their trouble. He applauds Pro Clubs Weekly in the gantry. He looked me dead in the eye and clapped me. Fluminense have left 4 players back. Fair play. They're not chucking the kitchen sink at it just yet. What a ball that is, but Berisha comes to claim it. Ricardinho does well. Johnny loses out to, of course, it's FM, but Braga's there. Oh, what a ball that is. Canella at the heart of everything, I tell you what. I'm not sure if he meant it. If he did, fair play, but the animation looked strange.
Yeah, he climbed over the man and it hit the back of his head. It was like watching 7-year-old football 8 ball, someone jumping for a header. It made no sense.
Fenerbahce, I don't want to say they're hanging on, but Fluminense are turning up the pressure here. But like we said at half-time, they leave those 3 players up and they have no qualms in going direct to those 3 players and trying to get change out of them. It's not a bad tactic when you're 2-1 up, Domino, to be able to leave those 3 players up and just let the rest of your team do the defending. So far, so good for Fener. Fluminense, I don't imagine will take this line down there. I mean, they're doing everything other than score at the moment. Mookie.
They've got a lot of players streamed up here, April. They've got a lot of players here.
Wow.
Can he take the right
4v2.
pass here?
Ryad, the fullback, cuts it across. He's no Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Malteser comes out with it. But that's Johnny.
He's end-to-end.
Basketball territory right now. Praying for a professional foul there was Benas Johnny. Doesn't get one. It is about that time in the game. I mean, Luke 44 doesn't need the professional foul button. But if anyone needs a goal right now, Domino, it's that man, Canella.
Yeah, there's a routine in place. Big centre-half is coming in, occupying the penalty spot here. And it's dunked into the penalty spot, and it is a white header on the ball. Can they recycle it? They can. 8 ball. He's going to keep it in. Well, I thought he was going to deliver that first time.
He needed to keep the ball in play first and foremost, which he did, as unfortunately couldn't get it down from a Fluminense perspective. But yeah, Luke 44 giving away that free kick and then winning that header, important header. Canella, it's going to fall to him. He's picked up an injury for his troubles. Quaresma does not want that ball there, does well in the end. Does concede another corner though. It might be a record number of corners in a half in the VPG Esports Premier, because it's kind of what I remember most from this half is corner after corner is penned.
Oh, that's not a bad ball, April.
Yeah.
That is not a bad ball.
Do you know what? Barisha's come out for every single one, and that one really penned him back on his line. I don't think he really enjoyed that one. And this is what Fener can do when they go a goal up. Is hurt you on the counter attack, and then our seasons will not want to watch that one back because his very high standards, even half of his standards, that's yeah, that's a bit of a sit.
Yeah, that's really well worked, and again, their decision making up top in that final third has been lacking 8-ball a little bit. Great final third play there. LRC's in a great position, just couldn't guide it in. I think he wanted the extra steam on the header 8-ball, but there's some extra steam on.
What football that is, and it's always Canella on the end of it, Domino. He's done everything apart from score a second. And I do feel for him, but Fenerbahce will not care at all. They are in the hanging on business right now and have been this whole second half. When it gets to this business end of the season, headed down, it's 6s and 7s. Someone threw a naughty tackle in there as well. It's a business end of the season, Domino. It doesn't matter if it's pretty. They just need to get the job done. Banas breaks in. Good block from Mookie. For some reason, Ryad was just off the pitch. It fell to him nicely. They are going to take their sweet time with this, I imagine. Look how many black shirts are up this pitch.
You've got to box them in.
1.5 minutes left to go. It's going to have to go long. One immediately back by Fluminese. Capone, what a interception that is. Keeps their season alive. Fluminese are not...
They've got one more chance. If they can win this, they got it.
It's got to go. It's got to go. There
gone,
it is.
8-ball, it's gone.
Game, set, and match. Fenerbahce picking up maximum points. Fluminese, after beating Team GMASK last night, take an absolute blow to their title hopes. They'll be one of the teams now, Domino, looking round at the results of tonight, hoping that teams are doing them favours.
Yeah, it's a hard one. You beat a team ahead of you, or the team just below you, and then you've got to play another really good team that is in pole position in 7th, and there's banana skin here, Abel. But like we said, there's going to be too many twists and turns to call until we're at the final day, with the final games, with what's left on the table. 8-ball, me, you, Jesus, none of us can call this.
Who's
Can't.
Jesus?
Can't, Abel.
Right, I mean, it's becoming tradition now, Domino, so I think we'll just quickly jump into the standings and the games left to play, because...
Abel, can you show me your stats on this?
No, I don't want to make it. I don't want to make anyone feel upset.
That's fair play. Yeah, fair play.
Right, here we go then. League table not been updated just yet, but the scores on the doors will start to come in. But I'm looking at the likes of Fenerbahce. I mean, they can do it. They're 15 points behind with 4 games in hand. It brings them to within 3 points. Regnum, as we know, already dropped points tonight. Yeah. So it all depends on what Fener did previously. And then the 8:45 game. Likewise, FAMALICAO, who are not playing tonight, they have 3 games on the Monday, one of which is against this side, Regnum, who are currently top of the league. Just the 1 game for Regnum on the Monday. I think FAMALICAO may well be responsible for making people log in on a Monday. So they're not going to be anyone's favourite team at the moment, but... yeah, again, Regnum. They got the
default there.
Yeah, but that's that's the end of the season. That's the 24th. We're talking about the 18th, which it's not there. In progress. Just the 1 game for them tonight as well. So yeah, we're not getting any answers. We're asking a lot of questions. We're not getting any answers. But here I am, still strolling through, Domino. Black Sheep, that's Thursday as well. In progress is Bonus Hunters, who I don't think are playing tonight, so they'll pick up 3 points there. So 4 points for Team GMASK this evening as well. And Fluminese. are going to be disappointed with that last game, Dom, and I can't lie.
Yeah.
Nothing there, but they played Heritage in that first game. So all we can do, boys and girls, is just keep an eye on those results as they come in. It's impossible to keep up with. I'll have a quick look at Fener because I want to know who they played first. Phoenix. I mean, Phoenix Tiki was in the chat. I'm not sure if he's still here. I doubt it. He's got things to attend to, quite evidently. But, you know, a win for Fener against Phoenix and a win against Fluminenses sends them up that table, Domino. And they're a team who actually, like we said, have got a lot of games coming up. So when are their games? 3, 4 on a Monday. Wow.
Imagine if people drop points around them and then they've got...
Look at the last game.
FAMALICAO, although we keep saying they've got FAMALICAO to play, they've got FAMALICAO to play, they've got FAMALICAO to play. Actually, if you look at FAMALICAO's run, it's a pretty difficult.
Yeah. I mean, Fener as well.
What is FAMALICAO's run? Can you check FAMALICAO and check their run for me?
I mean, just looking at this Fener, they got PMI, again, difficult. FG, former champions. Empire, ridiculous. Black Sheep, very good side, going through some issues, and a bit
That sounds like me.
a bit like Programs Weekly, and then that last game of the season is going to be massive. It's going to be massive. Right, so we have got FAMA's final run, and they've got a lot of games left. 4 games.
Right, for the win.
8:30, 8:45, 9:15, 9:45. Here we go. Empire for the win. Team GMASK, Phoenix, Pagaze, Class, Drift, Regnum, and Fener. Domino, I can't.
There's no free 3 points there, 8 ball. There is no free 3 points.
That's difficult, man.
That's difficult.
That is difficult. I mean,
even if you had the games in hand and logistically you're in the position where it's in your own hands if you win all your games, 8 ball. You look at that run, and that's a who's who of the esports prem.
Yeah, and again, a big shout out to For the Win. They're in 4th place at the moment. They're hardly getting a saying in this run, but they're 10 points behind at the start of tonight with 2 games in hand themselves. So again, we probably need to put some respect on their name as well, because I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? Because we keep saying we physically can't keep up with everyone because it's impossible. There's so many potential winners out there. But Phoenix, FAMALICAO, FG, Empire, Pagaze, Gala on the last game of the season. Pagaze and Gala maybe, if Pagaze have not got anything to play for. Gala not in the great form. There's just too many. There's too many ways this could go.
While we're here, we might as well just run digitals. Run digitals for me.
No, I'm purposely staying on.
Run digitals. I want to see them.
So Digital are 15 points behind before tonight with 2 games in hand. So anything can happen. Digital don't seem to be playing any of those top teams, by the way.
No, but that's what I was thinking. Run digitals.
Digital soon. Black Sheep, Class, Fluminense, Heritage. All the UK teams, apparently.
No UK teams want to play digital.
it's doable because Heritage, Class don't have anything to play for. Fluminense will be a big one.
Don't have anything to play for.
Black Sheep have got issues, apparently, as Domino said. Soon, I guess, might be. It's a bit of a local derby, 2 German sides.
Soon.
They will be 21st. They will be playing for survival. He says they're a bit far adrift, but who knows? Who knows? A lot of teams are being made to log on Monday, Domino, who don't have anything to play for and have won the game against either family. I mean, Black Sheep have still got to play everyone, by the way. They're popping up on everyone's list. But you know, if you're a side like Class, for example,
are we gonna call a Black Sheep default in the last games?
I think they're gonna make them play it. I think you have to play. You have to play those games in the build-up. I think because otherwise you get told off, and nobody wants to get told off at this stage of the season. But you know, I'm thinking like I'm just gonna use Class as an example. I have no idea about their background or whatever's going on. I'm not gonna check their results. But put it this way: No more cup competition because it's the UK Pro Series final next Monday. So if you're not in that, if you're not one of the 2 teams, which they're not, that is Patronus versus. Why have I gone blank?
I know who Patronus is facing.
We'll come back to that one. Tranmere, thank you. I wasn't getting there anytime soon. So the UK Premier's done, the Cups are done, and I mean the league is supposed to finish on Thursday. If you're then being asked to play one game on a Monday, are you going to be pumped to come on and play that one game? Don't know, just for just to decide whether or not you finish on 57 or 54 points or finish 17th or 18th in the league. I'm not too sure. And Class are a classy team. I'm just using them as an example. I'm sure they will. But I think that also has to come into consideration as well. And I think a lot of those games we see on Monday, we like to dress it up as teams playing party poopers.
Yeah.
But a lot of the time, that makes a big difference when you don't have anything to play for.
Yeah, it's hard. It's different mentalities, April. Like me and you know we'd go out there. We've made a commitment to play X amount of games for X amount of weeks. We honour commitments. So we know we're going to stay there and play. And whether our focus is on that game or actually, shall we bring in a couple of players and start our pre-season early and give a taste to some of the new people what it's like in competitive competitions? I don't know. But yeah, the games when you're going to play, I would say 14th and below, you would expect not a full strength team or trialing different things, even tactics, different positions, different mechanics. So yeah, it's difficult for those 14 all the way down.
So our main advice is to make sure you are here on Monday. Monday is the final night. Check social media on Thursday because there will be updates galore on what's gone on that night, and of course we will be back on that Monday to bring you a selection of games. I assume we kind of have to stick around until the end, Domino, unless it's a foregone conclusion before that 9:45 game. We'll be here until that league table is done and dusted. We're not going to do the maths because clearly we're not great at it. So we'll find our best mathematician. Get them in the chat. And,
stick them in the chat, April. They're good. We need a Jeff Shreves in the chat. That's what we need.
Yeah, send in your applications now. Otherwise, we'll just ask Delosa to do it.
If he sends an application.
Yeah, yeah, he has to apply for it first.
Yeah.
We'll do his interview on Thursday. We'll let you know on Monday. Right. Make sure you're subscribed to this channel, of course, because this is the channel that's got all the action. And then when you're done with that, make sure you go over and subscribe to Pro Clubs Weekly. Yeah, the clue's in the question. We do a lot of Pro Club stuff. That's it then. That's it. It's been a whirlwind night. And more of the same, please, for Thursday and especially Monday, where we will be live on this channel from circa 8:15ish. Depends if they're going to move the bloody time again, Domino, which I did not appreciate.
Who knows?
Cup final and then the final running for that VPG Esports Premier. So do not miss it and enjoy the rest of your weeks.
See you later, team.